Crystal Obi, and I want to welcome you again to the Happy Hair Mentoring Program. I'm so glad you got a chance to join me today. We're going to continue walking through the book, It's My Prerogative, My Hair, My Way, Every Day. And today I want to remind you to let go of some false ideas. Now, we've been talking about lots of different topics, and we've covered a lot of different lies that you may be believing. And the lie that we want to just totally debunk today is that your natural hair will look like the natural hair ads. Now, I know that there's a lot of things going on now in the natural hair world. You see lots of things online. You see more naturals in the media, which is amazing. It's so much better than it was whenever I was first getting started. But one thing that can do is make you frustrated, and it can make you frustrated because you compare yourself to the ads that you're seeing. So say, for instance, you see an ad and it's promoting a specific product, and then you buy that product and your hair doesn't come out looking the same way. Well, what you want to remember is that the ads are created to sell you. And so sometimes, they'll make sure that they've taken all day to make sure that hair looks great. And think about it. Are you really going to take all day to make sure that everything looks perfect on your head? And you're not. And so when you're looking at ads, you're looking at the best. And sometimes ads aren't even using the person's real hair. And so you are comparing yourself, just like with anything, whether it's clothing or, shoes or hairstyle or just makeup. Anything that you're looking at in advertising, it may have been altered. It may not be completely what you're seeing is what you're getting. And so I want to remind you that your natural hair won't necessarily look just like the ad. Now, the reason that is because your texture is different. So you could have bought a wonderful product. You could buy a completely cute outfit, and it just doesn't look the same because you're different. And, we talk a lot about accepting ourselves and being confident. And so if you look at ads and you say, oh, I've been looking for, this product, and this, says it's going to deliver the results, that's wonderful. But if you look at the ad and you think you're going to look exactly like the person in that ad, then you're setting yourself up for disappointment and frustration. And so your expectations need to be realistic. Products are made to help you out. Products are made to give you the results that you want, but they're made to work with what you're already working with. And so you don't want to get your expectations off in the wrong way. You do want to expect great things. I mean, that's why you take the time to purchase items, is because you want specific results, and you should expect that. But I don't want you to be unrealistic in your expectations. And that can set you up for disappointment in your natural hair journey that you don't really need to have. Just because you don't look like a specific magazine model does not mean that your hair isn't beautiful. It doesn't mean that you're not successful. And so remember that the ad is to give a representation of what you can achieve. It's not necessarily the same exact results all the time. And so once you accept the fact that your texture is different, your volume is different, the color, the length, just so many different things. And like we talk about in the book, your face shape, the size of your head, everything makes a difference on how a hairstyle comes out. I talk about in there how my hair grows different on one side than the other. And a lot of people have different textures on their hair. Most people have at least 2 different textures on their head. And so you probably do too. And so just, be kind to yourself, be gentle, and have proper expectations. And so creating some styles is just a lot of hard work. That's another thing that you want to remember. Sometimes you can look in an ad and you see a style and you really like it, but you really haven't taken into consideration how much work it can take to get that actual style. And so whenever you're looking at an advertisement or, a representation, they're just showing you that this can happen. But do you really want to spend all the time that it takes to create the style and maintain the style? And so that's one thing, like say for instance, whenever you get your hair cut short and you're like, oh, my hair looks so cute, because it looks just amazing whenever you first get it cut. But what happens when it starts growing out? Well, now you have grow out hair. And so that in-between length where you really don't know what to do, because you really can't put your hair in a ponytail. You really can't, it doesn't look as clean cut as it did when you got it cut. And so that's a lot of work to maintain short hair. When you think a lot of times that short hair is going to be easy to maintain, a lot of times it's harder to maintain. So sometimes it's better to just grow your hair out longer so you can just, put it back in a ponytail or something. And you don't really understand that until you go with it. And so remembering that the ads have a purpose to represent what you could do with the products, and your texture and everything about your hair is different from the next person. And then also you just have to be ready for the work that it takes to create the styles that you want. And sometimes you're just not honest with yourself about what it's going to take to style your natural hair. And so I've heard some people say, oh, I thought natural hair was going to be easier. And it's not easier, it's just different. And so you want to remember that all women are taking time every day to spend time to look their best. And so it doesn't matter whether your hair is straight, wavy, curly, or kinky, you're going to be investing time into your hair. And so if you already have that expectation, then you won't be disappointed when it takes time and effort to make your hair look great. And so I really want you to keep that in mind. And two things that you want to definitely have in your arsenal are, the first one is our Endure Smoothing Pomade. And it's firm hold and it's for edge control. Now what this does is it replaces any kind of edge control that you may have that may be, funky colors or, stinky smells or flaking. This is salon grade, and it gives a great hold, and it's not flaking, and it smells great. And so this has coconut oil and shea butter in it, so it's very moisturizing while it's also holding your hair. We call it Endure because it's going to help you endure to the end. So whenever you have a style that needs to last all day, you want to make sure to have your Endure. And so I always recommend that everybody has that in their arsenal, because you'll find times when you're going to need it. And then also I recommend that everybody has the Flawless Argan Oil Defining Paste and Edge Control. And this is the one I've told you tons of times before. You use this one every day whenever you want to pull your hair up, you want to smooth your edges, but you can also use it with styles. You can mix it with other products to give like a texture paste to be able to create some really cute styles that you'll love. And so this is for all hair types, all the way wavy, curly, kinky, whatever. A nice hold, but not as firm as the Endure. So it's great for everyday use, and kids love this product as well. And so just remembering that whenever you're prepared, you can create the styles that you need to create, and you're, gonna be representing your own self. And so the ad in the magazine is just to give you some ideas. It's not to be a complete direct replica of what you're gonna do. And so this is just all about setting expectations, and just like I said, letting go of false ideas. The magazine is there to lead you in the right direction, and you get what you need, and then you get your education like you're doing, walking through the book and figuring out the regimen that you're willing to participate in, and you're figuring out the styles that you actually want to pull off and that work for your lifestyle. And when you do that, everything works out great. And so this week, I want to remind you to just put your own mark on the world. You flip over the magazines, you look at the TV, you look online, you see girls walking down the street, and they are doing their own thing. I want to remind you that you are special, and there is only one and will only ever be one of you. So I want you to put your mark on the world. I want you to style your hair. I want you to look great. I want you to feel great, and I want you to be the best you that you can be. And so thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'm so glad to be able to encourage you, to be able to remind you to get educated, get confident, pass on the knowledge to others so that you can be in the full hair happiness. And I look forward to spending time with you next time. Bye-bye.